right, here's the blunt truth. If BMW doesn't screw this up, the 2026 BMW M2 is shaping up to be the last real small performance car left in the US market, and that alone makes it worth talking about. So imagine you're watching this in your driveway, coffee in hand, thinking, should I actually wait for this thing? Let's get into it. The first thing you'll notice is the design. BMW finally chilled out with the weird experiments and leaned into something that actually looks aggressive without being embarrassing. Wider stance, sharper lines, and a front end that looks like it wants to punch through the air instead of argue with it. It's still unmistakably an M2, but it finally looks like it belongs in 2026, especially for the US crowd that likes their sports cars loud, proud, and a little bit angry. Now, let's address the part that traditional BMW fans love to freak out about, the hybrid setup. Yes, BMW added an electrified assist. No, that doesn't mean it turned into a Prius with muscles. The electric part is basically there to give you the kind of instant hit you want when you punch the throttle, like getting shoved forward by someone twice your size. If you were scared this thing would lose its attitude, relax. It's still running a real engine, still sounds like it has a spine, and the extra torque makes it better, not worse. Interior-wise, BMW finally remembered Americans aren't tiny European track jockeys. The cabin feels roomier, the materials don't feel like a premium sticker slapped onto plastic, and the screens actually make sense, instead of looking like they were glued on. During lunch break, you get more visibility, cleaner controls, and seats that won't destroy your lower back on long US highway runs. Now here's the curveball, and yeah, it's weird even saying this about an M2. BMW gave it a bit of light off-road capability. Don't get excited. You're not taking this thing rock crawling in Colorado, but they added just enough ride height adjustability and traction. Smarts to handle rough American back roads, steep driveways, bad weather, and those wonderful potholes that could swallow a mailbox. It's basically BMW saying, fine, we get it. US roads suck. Here's help. Price expected to creep up. BMW knows they have one of the last desirable small performance cars in the US, so don't be shocked if it floats closer to the mid-60s or higher, depending on options. It's not cheap, but realistically, nothing fun is cheap anymore, and at least this still delivers performance that feels worth paying for. Compared to past models, the 2026 M2 is basically the evolution we all knew was coming. It's cleaner, quicker, smarter, and slightly more grown-up, but without losing the attitude that made the old M2 such a hit. If you loved the older ones for their rawness, this one tones that down a bit. But if you want something that fits modern US driving, keeps its personality, and avoids turning into a digital toy, this is probably the best version yet. So if you're waiting for something that still feels like a real driver's car in a country that's drowning in SUVs and silent boxes on wheels, the 2026 M2 might be the last call. And honestly, it's looking like a damn good one.